Welcome back. The Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, has awarded US $50,000 in grant funding to two film and animation entities in St. Lucia and Trinidad and Tobago for projects which aim to increase cultural collaboration and empower at-risk youth. The successful recipients are St. Lucia's Malfini Film and Animation Studio, Inc. and Trinidad and Tobago's Forward Ever Foundation. Malfini Film and Animation Studio, Inc. intends to use its US $25,000 grant to develop the collaborative capacity of participating studios in Jamaica, Martinique, and St. Lucia. These studios will benefit from a training program that incorporates virtual classroom software and associated hardware infrastructure and broadband technologies with traditional classroom instruction. Training and certification will be provided in 2D and 3D animation and videography. The managing director of Malfini Film and Animation Studio, Inc., Milton Edison Branford, in expressing gratitude for the award, noted that it takes the studio a step forward so it can take the many young aspiring regional creatives yearning to learn and grow in the film and animation industry on an innovative journey. A young cerebral palsy warrior is continuing to beat the odds and is now inspiring St. Lucians with his new Independence Day t-shirt design. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
Creativity most certainly has no boundaries, and 10-year-old Liam Ernest is living proof of this. Ernest was born with cerebral palsy and has gone on to beat the odds by surpassing all expectations for his future. The youngster is now breaking even more barriers by becoming a young entrepreneur, whilst also becoming one of the faces of perseverance and inspiration with his new independence-inspired venture. His mother, Daria Robinson Ernest, said her son showed entrepreneurial potential from a very young age.
From a very young age, we recognized that Liam wanted to sell, or he wanted to be a salesperson. He would on a Sunday go outside with a lot of his toys. We'd have to help him, quote unquote, set up his shop. He'd create his signage, and then he would use his little voice to let persons know that his shop is open. That was his little introduction to the world of sales. And then in recent times, he actually wore a t-shirt with a very popular brand name. And he was like, "Mommy, why do I have to wear a t-shirt with XXX brand? I'd like a t-shirt with my name on it." So this is how the brand, or the Liam's brand, for a t-shirt design was conceptualized. It was his own initiative. And what we did, we kind of sketched out something and sent it to a graphic designer, Vision Media. And this is the creation.
The proud mother detailed just how far her little miracle has come, as well as how much light he has brought to the lives of all those who know him.
When Liam was born, he was given 48 hours to either live or to die. And we are very pleased that 10.5 years later, Liam is here with us, inspiring us, encouraging us, giving lots of jokes. He's our comedian at home. He likes a lot of funny movies, which would include stuff like Medea. And in recent times, he watched a bit of the Fresh Prince episode, so he enjoys that as well very much. So we are very excited to support him in any way that we can. He's thinking, or his next goal is to actually become a YouTuber. So we're trying to get acquainted with the technology and videos. And so this is his next project. This is his next goal. And we're looking forward to, giving him the support that he needs.
The T's spell out Liam, which is inscribed in the St. Lucia outline, and it features a second meaning which says, "I am St. Lucian." They were produced just in time for Independence 42. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
The Department of Fisheries is putting the public and food establishments on notice regarding the approaching close of the lobster season. The department stresses that no exceptions will be made for individuals or establishments found with undeclared lobsters in their possession from the 1st of March 2021.
Fisheries biologist Yvonne Edwin has notified the public that no one should be in possession of sea turtles and gave early notice about the closure of lobster season.
The sea turtle fishery ended on December 31st, and as of January 1st, the sea turtle fishery is closed. Come February 28th, the lobster fishery will close. It is currently open, and persons, fishers, suppliers should ensure that they have lobsters that are 9.5 centimeters in their possession. There are various other conditions and regulations that are in place as it relates to both fisheries, and the fishers, suppliers, vendors, restaurants should be mindful and ensure that they are in keeping with the regulations in place.
Edwin says this closure activates legislation which states it is illegal for anyone to be in possession of lobsters regardless of age, size, gender, or date of purchase of the species. Section 32, subsection 2D of the Fisheries Regulations goes on to specify that a person shall not fish for, remove from the fishery waters, give, or at any time have in his or her possession, expose for sale, sell, or purchase any lobster during the fishery closure. She explains the conditions which qualify lobsters to be harvested during this time.
The lobster must be measured, its carapace must be measured from the horn to the end of the back of that lobster. Again, persons should not have lobsters that are molten, meaning that it should not have a soft shell. It must be 9.5 centimeters or above, and the lobster should not have been spared or carrying eggs.
Non-compliance with the closed season may result in extended closure. Anyone caught violating lobster conservation measures may be fined up to EC $5,000 for each offense. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
Thank you, Genevieve. Should caring for an elderly parent be the responsibility of their adult children? One woman who sees herself as a caregiver to elderly people says yes. Cynthia Lubin has gone out of her way to take care of the elderly in her community for the past 6 years.
For the past 6 years, Cynthia Lubin, along with 2 others, have been caring for the elderly in their community. But what has been an act of kindness over the years is turning into despair, as Cynthia says that one of the elderly in particular has living children who have abandoned their mother, leaving her to fend for herself.
This lady's daughter and son is right here in St. Lucia. Whatever the cause may be, you have to learn to give a forgiving heart. And that daughter do not have a forgiving heart towards her mother, despite of what the situation must be. Right now, her mother is sick, and she's not making an effort, nor the daughter, nor the son. But I still take it out of my heart as somebody who lives in the CDC for many years. I take it on my own now because you cannot leave a grown-up lady by herself in an apartment, no food for her to eat, no pampers to put on her. But I thank God that sweet juice have been given her, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sister and paying the bills for her, the light bill and the water bill. Not much she can put, but he still put a little.
Despite the lack of support from the elderly woman's children, Cynthia says she will continue to do what she can with the help of other Good Samaritans in the area.
She's like a mother, and I wish my mother was alive so that I could do the same thing for her. And it was very touching yesterday when I finished Bayvard, like something I just feel like I wasn't on earth anymore, so I had to go live yesterday. But since I went on the live, I want to thank St. Lucians for all those who helped for today. I did the live yesterday, and today I want to thank all St. Lucians who bought the Pampers, who bought the Dettol, those who bring toilet paper, those who bring salted biscuits, tuna fish, things for her to make tea, Quaker oats, rice, chow mein, macaroni, and things for her to make porridge.
She's thankful to every St. Lucian who has come to the aid of this elderly woman during her time of need.
I thank God for each and every one of them who make it their duty. May God bless them and bless the hands that they give so they can receive more. Also, I want to thank God for the entire neighborhood who always check on me to see if she's doing okay. She had hair, but I had to cut the hair anyway because it was growing like locks, so I had to cut it. I did it on my own, but I did a very good job. And the only thing she just tell me, whether I dare or not, she maybe tell Mado, thanks God for me. Thanks God for me and God will bless me. But I did not do it for doing it sake because of something. I did it because she's like a mother to me.
Cynthia is hopeful that more St. Lucians will take it upon themselves to look after the elderly in their communities. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. The latest weather report is coming up after the break.